12 celebrities who were fired for being incompetent. 1. Dustin Hoffman was fired from a nightclub. Hoffman arrived in New York in 1958. The struggling actor waitressed at the Village Gate. It was a nightclub in Greenwich Village. Hoffman made $40 a night in tips. He was fired because he listened to the music too much. 2. Walt Disney was fired for lack of creativity. Disney worked as a cartoonist at a Missouri newspaper. The editors thought his cartoons were boring. 3. Liam Neeson was fired for his unruly behavior. Before he was a movie star, Neeson was a school teacher. One day, a student pulled a knife on him. Neeson fought back and subdued the student. The school terminated his contract. 4. Madonna was fired for her temperament. One of Madonna's first jobs was at Dunkin' Donuts. One day, a customer started making rude comments. Madonna responded by squirting him with jelly. This was her last day on the job. 5. J.K. Rowling was sacked from Amnesty International. She worked as a secretary for the organization. Rowling was caught using her computer for personal business. This was against the rules, so she had to go. 6. Bill Hader was fired for spoiling Titanic. Hader used to work at a movie theater. One day, a sorority group rented it out to watch Titanic. They were rude to Bill, so he retaliated. He told them the ending of the movie. The girls complained, and the manager fired him. 7. Jerry Seinfeld's part was cut out of a sitcom. Seinfeld auditioned for a part in Benson. One day he showed up for a table reading. The actor discovered his part had been cut out. The producers disliked the way he played his character. 8. Robert Redford was inept at everything. One of Redford's first jobs was as a bottle washer, but he was sacked because he kept breaking the bottles. Then he found a job at a California oil refinery. He was fired after falling asleep inside an oil tank. 9. Truman Capote was fired for dissing Robert Frost. Capote was a junior copy boy at the New Yorker, but poet Robert Frost demanded he be fired. Capote's crime: he walked out during one of Frost's poetry readings. 10. Thomas Edison was fired for his experiments. At 12, Edison sold newspapers on trains. He set up a lab in one of the baggage cars. The boy was fired after he set the car on fire. Edison was also fired from Western Union. He was experimenting with acid. The acid ate through the floor and landed on his boss's desk. 11. Hugh Jackman was fired for being too entertaining. Jackman's first job was at a roadside 7-Eleven. It was pretty boring, so he welcomed customers. He always spoke to them and told them stories. Jackman's managers didn't like it and gave him the boot. 12. Steve Jobs was fired from his own company. In 1984, Apple released the iconic Macintosh. In 1985, Jobs was fired by the board of directors.
What had been the focus of my entire adult life was gone, and it was devastating.
Jobs founded a new company, Next. It was eventually acquired by Apple. He returned as Apple's CEO in 1997.